Hello, my name is Carly Rice, and today I'm going to talk to you about two different topics we talked about in class this semester. The two things I'm going to demonstrate today would be the Maillard reaction and knife skills. First of all, I have a newly cleaned pan and tongs. Here are my tongs. I have washed my hands thoroughly. We have aluminum foil on our stove so we keep the crumbs from falling into the burner. We just changed the foil so it's new and clean. Here I have a juicy steak that I'm going to use in my video about the Maillard reaction. The reaction will not start happening until temperatures reach around 285 degrees Fahrenheit and above. So I am going to turn up my stove here. During this reaction, the reducing sugars in the meat bound to amino acids. The difference between Maillard reaction and caramelization is the Maillard reaction is when a sugar and an amino acid react, and caramelization is just between a sugar and a sugar. The amino acids in the meat give the Maillard reaction flavors that are much more complex than caramelization. The high heat causes the amino acids in the surface of the muscle to form new compounds, with the carbonyl groups in the carbohydrates and other compounds in the muscle. The reason why the steak is turning brown is because the reactive carbonyl group of the reducing sugar molecule reacts with the nucleophilic group of an amino acid, causing a change in color. Here you can see the meat is starting to brown. I'm just going to sit here and unfortunately, you cannot smell the smells that I'm smelling, but the Maillard reaction is also known for making the steak have the smell that it smells. As you can see, the steak is turning to brown on the sides. Many times people add seasoning and maybe marinades to their steak, but for this video, I'm fully using the steak to show you the Maillard reaction. Now that the steak has done its reaction, now I'm going to take the steak over to the cutting board where I'm going to show you some of the knife skills for cutting steak. My cutting board has been cleaned, and so has my knife. I put a cloth underneath my cutting board so that it would keep it from moving. My cloth has just been washed and came out of the dryer. Today I'm For this steak, I'm going to use the Sanokuk knife because it is known as a workhorse knife, and I do not need the paring tip for the steak. I pinch the blade between the thumb and my forefinger, and then I let the rest of my fingers wrap around the handle. When I cut the steak, I want to take the blade and draw it back through the meat so there is no sawing back and forth, which damages the meat. I am going to demonstrate that right now. As you can see, I'm just cutting through the steak as long strips and not sawing back and forth so I do not damage the meat at all. And that is what I've learned throughout this class. In this video, the information from the Browning slides 5 through 7 and information from the Knife Skills PowerPoint is what I used. Thanks for the fun semester!